My dear brothers and sisters, in my last khutbah, last month, we talked about the best people who can deliver their warning. قُمْ فَأَنذِرْ. And we said they are the people who know, the people who read all the time, who are learning all the time, who are studying all the time. Quran expressed that by saying, لِيَتَفَقَّهُوا فِي الدِّينِ, to have a deeper or a deep understanding and studying of religion. And I promised you that we'll reflect on this more in this khutbah and probably in another one or so. So, and let me start by the message. The best religion is the one that continuously liberates the human beings, guides them to high values that increase their goodness, meets their needs in the most balanced way without hyperbole or compulsion, without any exaggeration or extremism or compulsion. Human beings are continuously facing the challenge of the direction they give to their actions. Religion, in its broadest meaning, is the system that informs the direction of our actions. And this is not from me, my dear brothers and sisters. But you can induce that meaning from tracking the different verses in Quran talking about religion. And according to Quran, even those who cover up the truth, Quran calls them al-kafirun, they are following their own religion. You are all familiar with the short surah entitled Al-Kafirun. These are the extreme type of people who cover up the truth. At the end of that short chapter, Quran says, لَكُمْ دِينُكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. To you be your religion, and to me mine. In other words, Quran is acknowledging that these people are following a religion. It's not saying that you do not have religion. So a religion is socially and historically unknown. The basic question about religion then has to be changed. The question should not be whether you have or you don't have the religion. The question has to do with the quality of religion we need to seek in this life. Who is better in religion? What type of religion that best informs the direction of our actions? My dear brothers and sisters, Quran asks and answers for us these questions. When it says, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ دِينًا, who is better in religion? وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ دِينًا مِمَّنْ أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ. Who can be better in religion than the one who admits and turns his or her face only towards Allah while adding goodness to his or her deeds? وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ دِينًا مِمَّنْ أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ. My dear brothers and sisters, Islam, from Islam is this continuous effort to liberate ourselves and our path from everything that comes between us and Allah. أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ. Nothing comes between us and Allah. Islam is the measure of our freedom from all the prisons, including the prisons of history, society, property, and self or ego. The worst among them, the worst prison we face in our life, my dear brothers and sisters, is the prison of the self or ego, where the self is the jail, the jailer, and the jail at the same time. See how difficult it is. It is complex prison. It requires a lot of work and effort in order to liberate yourself and to liberate myself from my ego. When you prostrate, making sujood in your prayer, and you put your forehead on the floor, you are liberated from your ego. And hence you achieve a very advanced location closer to Allah. When you pay zakat or sadaqah, you are liberating yourself from the prison of greed, from the prison of the wealth, and the prison of property. When you fast, you free yourself from the prison of your own desires. When you perform Hajj, and we live now in the season of Al-Hajj, you free yourself from the prison of social status and all forms of discrimination. And the birth of a new human being is realized. Based on this understanding, I personally, this is my personal thing, I will not force it on anybody, but I personally refuse vehemently to translate Islam into submission, which is a passive action, and insist on its mission of liberation and elevation. In fact, we are invited as people of knowledge. And who doesn't like to be among the people of knowledge? And don't underestimate yourself. You are people of knowledge. We are invited as people of knowledge to be present with Allah and His angels, joining them as witnesses to His oneness and tawheed. Listen to this verse in Quran. شَهِدَ اللَّهُ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ وَأُولُو الْعِلْمِ قَائِمًا بِالْقِسْطِ. There is no God but Him, but Allah. This is the witness of Allah, His angels, and those endued with knowledge, standing firm on justice. لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم. There is no God but Him, the exalted in power, the wise. Guess what comes next? Immediately after this verse comes this beautiful verse, إِنَّ الدِّينَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الْإِسْلَامِ. You see the connection? إِنَّ الدِّينَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الْإِسْلَامِ. The religion before Allah, the religion that is accepted by Allah, is Islam in this meaning that I presented so far. Islam, my dear brothers and sisters, that is accepted by Allah is not a mere label, is not one-time event, but a state that manifests itself in good deeds. أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ. This وَهُوَ is the state of that person. Those of you who know the Arabic language, even this wow, we call it wow al-hal. Is that right? Al-wow al-haliyya, which means this is the state of that individual. وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ. He is or she is in a state of doing good, adding goodness to their deeds. What does that mean? What does that mean? وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ. Everything that you achieve or anything that reaches you must be taken into the next higher level of goodness. Add goodness to it. Don't leave it at that level of goodness. Add to its goodness. وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ. We are again before another measure of liberation. What type of liberation I am talking about here? Liberation from regimentation. Yes, you pray for rak'ah, for zuhr, but don't make every rak'ah the same as the one before it. Try to make the second better than the first, and the third better than the second. Because this way you move, you liberate yourself from the regimentation. You are not a robot, but you are in constant migration and elevation towards Allah by perpetually realizing His beautiful names in your daily life. My dear brothers and sisters, understanding Islam in depth must lead people to the right direction and fulfill their best interest and benefit. قل إنني هداني ربي إلى صراط مستقيم دينا قيما. Say, verily my Lord has guided me to a right way, to the right way, a religion that meets your best interest. This is one of the meanings of Deen al-Qiyam. The religion that meets the desires and the needs of the human being, does not go against them. But also Deen al-Qiyam means that the religion of Islam, as we have described so far, is equivalent to high values. Again, those of you who know the Arabic language, qiyamah is the plural of qima, value. So this deen is equivalent to high values. Deen and qiyamah. If you speak about high values or speak about Islam, they should be interchangeable. The best message, my dear brothers and sisters, we can send to humanity is to stick to the high values. And they are, by the way, common to all humanity. And to translate, because they are all emanate from the beautiful names of Allah, and to translate these values into actually observe good deeds. Only then we feel proud to qualify ourselves as Muslims. Listen what Quran says. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ. Who is better in speech than one who calls to Allah? دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا. Do good deeds, and then Quran says, وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and says, I am one among Muslims. So in other words, it's not just a badge that I will put on my chest saying that I am a Muslim, but the way I act shows what Islam really means. The goodness and the adding of goodness. And we also feel safe and secure. Same language, my dear brothers and sisters. Amazing. It is the same language, the consistency of Quran. Listen, وَمَنْ يُسْلِمْ وَجْهَهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ فَقَدْ اسْتَمْسَكَ بِالْعُرْوَةِ الْوُثْقَى. Here is the security and the safety. Whoever admits and turns his faith to Allah while adding goodness to his deeds has grasped the most trustworthy handle. My dear brothers and sisters, Islam is also described in Quran as balanced and leads to the golden mean. Not only deen al-qiyamah, but Quran says, ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. Deen al-qiyamah, also qayyim. And qayyim means that is the balanced religion. Hence, hyperbole, unnecessary exaggeration, and extremism are all rejected. They don't go with a balanced religion, with deen, ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. O people of the book, يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ لَا تَغْلُوا فِي دِينِكُمْ. And this applies also to us. O people of the book, commit no excesses. Do not hyperbolize. Don't go to the extreme. Stay in the middle, the golden mean. Since the best religion is the one that guides clearly to the direction of the truth, without any degree of deviation, why there should be any compulsion in religion? Why? And this is the argument of Quran. When it says, لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي. Let there be no compulsion in religion. What is the rationale behind that? Truth stands out clear from error. If things are clear, why to force people to follow this path or that path? Religion is meaningless. Religion, any religion, will be meaningless if it is embraced by force. There is no compulsion in Islam, and there is no slavery in Islam. Slavery is against freedom. It's based on compulsion. Slavery and Islam don't go together, my dear brothers and sisters. As a friendly, please, as a friendly and brotherly reminder, do not translate Abdullah into slave of Allah. Words do not have only meanings, but also connotations. People are brought under slavery by force, while every one of us has chosen to worship Allah freely, without force or compulsion. My dear brothers and sisters, Quran is the religion of Islam in words. Fiqh is the process of studying these words in depth to extract new meanings and directions for the challenges of our time and space. The way Quran approaches the religion in general and the characteristics of the religion accepted by Allah should constitute the minimal framework within which the deep study of religion must take place. What encourages us to do this is that Quran is generous. This is how it describes itself. Quranul Kareem, generous, capable of providing new meanings. قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل قبل أن تنفذ كلمات ربي وَلَوْ جِئْنَا بِمِثْلِهِ مَدَدًا. Say, if the ocean were ink for the words of my Lord, sooner the ocean would be exhausted than would the words of my Lord, even if we added another ocean like it for its aid. So Quran is generous. But also we have to approach it in the right way in order to extract these new meanings. The real students of religion in general and Islam in particular are never satisfied. They are never satisfied. They are true scientists. They are always searching for new meanings at higher level of understanding and thinking. Quran calls them الراسخون في العلم. Those who are well grounded in knowledge. راسخون في العلم, like the mountains. راسخ في العلم. Listen to the description. The first description of الراسخون في العلم. لكن الراسخون في العلم والمؤمنون منهم والمؤمنون يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك. But those among them who are well grounded in knowledge and the believers believe what has been revealed to you and what was revealed before you. In other words, they did not stop at one point and said to themselves, that's it. But they are always in searching for something new. And let me finish with what I started. The message. The best religion is the one that continuously liberates the human beings, guides them to high values that increase their goodness, meets their needs in the most balanced way, without hyperbole or compulsion. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فيا فوزا بالمستغفرين.